Hi guys, it's Chrissy with Chrissy's Divine Design Tarot, and today we are doing a reading for Virgo. Oh yeah, so let's see what your current circumstances are at this time and what's bringing in the near future. Oh, it looks like you have the bravery and courageous nature. Six of Swords. The Strength card. Hmm. Some type of emotional journey you might be walking away from. And with the Two of Wands, this is maybe just an individual success. Do I stay? Do I go? Maybe you're dissatisfied, bored, looking at greener pastures beyond the gates. It's almost like you can see it out there and wondering if you are meant to open that gate and walk through. Let's just see. Maybe your path isn't quite clear to you on what you are meant to be doing here. So let's just dive into that and see why that may be. Oh, there is an opportunity to make some money. Ooh, looks like with the Emperor. Hmm. Oh, and in love. Hello. This might even be something you're manifesting. Let's check this. Is this a career or what are we doing here? Oh, it's loving words that are being spoken. King of Swords is showing up. Is that your Emperor showing that communicative side to them? Four of Wands. Yes. It looks like very good communication and happy home dynamic with the 1111, that peace and holiday celebrations where you're coming together with family. These are family roots. This is kind of family oriented. Somebody that you can get behind where some balance may be here. And I like that it's showing up as the King of Swords. These may be thoughts or things that they are thinking about, maybe saying to you, going over in their head. Maybe you haven't met this person yet. Maybe you have, whatever your story is, Three of Wands. So there may have been some disappointments. Maybe you've made some plans already. It's about going forward and things will get better, is what is getting the message through here. Troubles are ending for this, and things are going to get better as you go. So if you have the courage to walk away from some emotional journey that you're on, whether you're walking away from people, you're kind of making plans to do something else. There may be an opportunity that arises that you may end up working with your soulmate. So let's just see how you're feeling about this person. And we'll find out if that King of Swords is actually somebody else. Ah, workplace romance. So you will be working with this person. If you haven't already started work with this person, they will be showing up with you or for you. It may start off as friendship that gets a lot of playfulness and having fun with this person, and it may be telling you, hey, this is your soulmate. Let's just see how they feel. Ah, the loving words hold great power, and they are going to have those loving words showing up for you. Let's see. There are some unhidden, not unhidden, there are some hidden things that you might be unhiding. You might be revealing. Something might be revealed to you that you didn't know when you first met them. Ah, friend zone. So it could be that they're friend zoning you because they haven't disclosed that maybe they're married, maybe they're with somebody. All right, let's see. Oh, but there are real feelings that both of you may be denying. Now, is this a power dynamic where this is your boss? This is somebody, a manager, somebody higher than your level? Or are you on the same level as this person? Um, Definitely real feelings coming in. So let's just see what you might be feeling at this time. You will find out why they're friend zoning you or why there can't be more. Let's just see. Seen, never replied, ghosted again. So maybe there's some inconsistencies here where you're going, well, I don't get it. Thought was a vibe. Okay, so red flags, fantasy, may not be understanding why this might be happening. Um, Waiting to go back to work to maybe find out. What the hell, man? Why are you ghosting me? Why aren't you replying? What's going on, dude? Scrolling instead of healing, numbness, mindness, distraction. I feel like you are kind of getting this reveal, okay? If they haven't come out and actually said it to you, which I feel like they are going to say this can't go any further. I like you, yada, yada, yada. But the yeah but's there. So let's just see. Toxic but familiar, pattern attachment, comfort in pain. So this person might be in a toxic relationship, yet not willing to let that go. So let's just see. Made the list, ignored the list, guilt, avoidance, shutdown. So definitely I want to say they're not really they don't want to have the guilt, so they're putting those boundaries in place. However, I feel like they're avoiding what the real feelings are here, and they might realize that that's what they're doing and be okay with that for a little while. Wake, work, scroll, repeat, burnout cycle, routine, collapse. So they may be getting it might be getting old for them. Like this is getting I'm tired of denying what I feel kind of thing to you. And dodging growth like it's homework, fear of change, comfort zone. So they may have settled, and you may have settled for them being settled. Maybe it's a little less complicated. If you just stay in your own lane, kind of thing, they stay in theirs, but you're not fooling anybody, not even yourselves. And I feel like that's only going to go on for so long and before it gets messy. So let's just see what's going on with the lessons. Let's see. Oh, you tightened control until it snapped. You might be wondering, am I in control? Do I really have control over what I'm feeling? Like, you might even be thinking, is this somehow this is kind of being controlled out of your control? But that makes sense. Words left unsaid eventually turn into a burden. So you may want to speak your truth, but you might be holding back on this. It's almost about timing is going to be when this reveal, and you both may kind of avoid each other until you can't any longer. And then the attraction between the two of you is going to eventually come to the surface. Settling always breeds resentment, and you may realize that's what they're doing. Maybe you're doing it yourself. Maybe you are the one friend zoning them because you're in a relationship. So, however that is for you, if it resonates more on one side than the other, then flip it, switch it. You know what to do. And don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right. Rejection saved you from a smaller life. You may feel rejected on this up until they can't lie to themselves any longer, any more than you can. So let's see what their lessons may be here. All right. A test appeared the moment you said you were ready. So maybe they're feeling like they are ready to walk away from this other person. But once they said that they were ready, the test appeared. Are you actually going to go through with it? Are they going to go through with it? Detachment formed to survive what hurt. So it may have been a trauma bond that this person had with this other person. It could have been something they settled into because they didn't want to be on their own. Let's see what else. Or feel what they wanted, or felt what they were feeling, and comparing the two is distorting what was already enough. And this may not have been enough for this person with the person they settled with because of the real feelings they're feeling. So the reason they may have stayed in this longer than they may have should have is going to be because they've been comparing the two, you and this other person, and whether it was going to be beneficial to blow up their life and hopefully have things work out with you. And the thing is they're in a comfort zone. So eventually it's not going to be enough. They're going to want to feel those feelings and not have to hide those feelings. Although I feel like it may be that you're not allowed to have those things going on at work. Maybe you have a no um, I was going to say parent, but it's not co-parent, it's a coworker type of relationship. So maybe they have kids with this person. Whatever the case is, I feel like healing isn't gentle, it's just honest. And until the two of you are being honest with each other, you're going to be dodging the growth that's meant to come through on this. So, and you'll stop lying to yourselves once you realize that you can't do it any longer like that. So, let's see what Spirit's going to help you with. Angel of Nature. So they're going to ground you, give you some type of stability here to help you with this. Angel of Manifestation. So whatever you're manifesting, if it is this person at work that you are interested in, you're going to have your manifestations answered. Is kind of what I'm getting with this. They're going to help you with that as well. And Angel of Abundance. So if you were lacking in substance or dala, that's going to change for you as well. Now, then you'll be able to tell if it's just about because they're comparing what you have to what they have to offer. And the thing is if they're settling, they're going to realize that all on their own, despite what you have. And this probably won't come in until this person has confronted their own feelings about who they are and that you are already enough despite whether you had the dollar or not. Oh, okay. We have chakra balancing angel. So this may be what is holding this whole thing up is your person needs to clear their chakras. Maybe you want to manifest that they clear their chakras. I don't know. And help them out with that. Angel of clairsentience. So your person may be able to feel what you're feeling. Rightfully so, if there's real feelings going on here. However, they may have abilities that they're not even aware of, and they may be manifesting at a faster rate than they realize and manifesting in exactly what you're manifesting. All right, guardian angel. They definitely have a guardian angel that may be trying to bring this together behind the scenes. They're also going to help your person get there. And clairvoyance. So you both have abilities here, and you may have the ability of sight. You may even feel what the other person is feeling, but until these chakra balances out, it hasn't flipped over yet. So that may be what's stalling this whole situation. Let's see what doors open up for the two of you if things go through like they are meant to. Courage. There we go. We do have the Strength card showing up once again. Shadows. All right. This is that healing and keeping the balance of your shadow and your light side. So masculine and feminine, or even light and dark, however you want to see those two polar opposites. All right, let's have a look. One more. Intuition. So you definitely have the vision or the intuition, that sixth sense, essentially, where you're picking up on a vibe and it's telling you an answer if you really are able to slow down and listen and hear it, right? All right. Oh, we have nature coming back out, which was here. So your person, you're going to ground your person. Your person's also going to ground you. Illumination to what their real feelings may be. And once they walk through this door, they can't unsee it. And magic. So there is mysticism within their bloodline as well. You have intuition and vision, and they may have um, the feelings. All right. And clairvoyance is also having vision. So, and door of hope. So having that faith, the belief system, the optimism, and that's like being in that cup that has half full and not half empty as you look at it, right? It's all depends on how you see it, right? If you're looking at it and you're looking at it half empty, then you're in your pessimistic side, okay? And it's important to flip that to get into the cup half full and have that optimism and that, I want to say, that positive outlook on life. And when you do that, you stop beating yourself up and you start looking at the coin on the other side, so to speak, things will get different because they'll won't be in the negative that you see things and manifest things in. It will be in the positive side, which will make all the difference. Because that essentially, the positive side is where spirit brings that in for you. So if you're manifesting, just keep your thoughts positive because that's what's going to come back to you. It goes out positive and comes back positive. It's what you want that they think you are telling them. They don't want. They only know that you're saying what you want because that is the connection. Okay? They're going to give you what you want, not what you don't want. Okay? So it has to be that train of thought. All right, let's have a look and see about these Three of Wands. Ah. Okay. There are two people here. There is a King of, was it Swords? Okay. We have the Emperor and we have a King of Swords. Okay. So there may be actually two people. One you may think is your Emperor, one that is good with communicating with you. And it looks like you are having an opportunity here for love, but you're going to have to choose the right person here. Maybe this is you in the relationship. There's two people and a choice to be made. Whatever you're kind of hoping for or being guided to take here, all right, will be revealed to you. And what isn't also be revealed. And they'll be caught in a lie. They'll be caught not telling the truth. I don't know why I'm saying a lie and not telling the truth. Because it's one thing to be accusatory and say you're lying. And then it's also a different way of approaching it if you're saying, I don't feel you're being truthful. You're not accusing them of lying if you're saying, I'm not so sure I believe that you're being truthful. All right. So that's your belief then. That's how you're seeing it. It's not on them that way. And you might actually get an answer. If you're not accusing them of something, you may already know that this is or who this is. So let's just see about these real feelings. All right, you're going to pick the right choice here. With the options here and the gold mine, what they're holding in the jewels in their hand, they're holding the right cup. All right. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That happy home, the 1111, which we saw here, and the hermit. So this will be something that is healing. Whoever it is that you feel is your emperor is your emperor. Okay. You're going to know who's who here, and it's going to have a healing effect on you. All right, dodge growth like it was homework. Let's just see. Yeah, you're going to see the happiness, the team dynamic, all of those paths are going to open, and you're going to be confident in your choice. You're going to be confident of what the lesson is or how you're feeling. Healing isn't gentle, it's honest. Look at you manifesting. Oh, wow. You're building a legacy. Wow. And it's going to be all of a sudden because things are all going to change for you in one quick sweep. Once you start to manifest what you truly want, not what you don't want. And sometimes it's hard to kind of say what you want versus what you don't want. And instead of saying, I don't want a cheater, you might say, I want somebody faithful. So there's a difference. I want someone faithful. That's on the positive. Whereas they don't hear the don't part, right? So make sure it's on the positive side, even when it's asking for something that you're not looking for, but it's flipped to the positive. So being faithful, that's a good thing, right? So that's the positive side of what you don't want, right? So anything you write it all down, what you don't want if you want to, and then flip those things into what you do want and how you can say it in that way of it being a positive. All right, let's have a look at clairvoyance. Wow. Ten of Cups building this up. I like it. And this person is emotionally available. Hello. So I like this already. I want to look at the bottom of the deck. Ah, I can't believe it. All right. This is your Emperor. They're going to be. Now, is this the same person? You're going to know that. If there aren't two people fighting for you, they are one and the same. You know there's something they're not telling you, but you're going to get that revealed to you. Remember? So even if it's not two people and you have to choose from this, you're going to know they're holding back on something. Something's going to be revealed and it's being caught in a lie. Maybe their person shows up at work and you find out they're with somebody. I don't know. Whatever the case is, maybe somebody tells you. I don't know. However that shows up for you. However, you'll get past that part. There'll be some healing here. You may say, look, I know you're with somebody else, but you. I don't know how you feel about me, but if it's kind of settling for something else, I don't know. Depends how you feel about it, I suppose. So I guess you'll figure it out because it is showing the Emperor does rise up. There is that equal give and take. You will, or they will, and something out, and they will show up for you in that moment. Now, maybe they have money of their own, and they're looking and comparing of what they have, what you have, and what this other person has. But they're going to realize that it doesn't matter about comparing. It's about what you're feeling. And the real feelings are evident right here. So, and look at that. I feel like if this is what this is juggling, but they friend zone you, or you friend zone them. However, they're being honest about the friend zone part, meaning that they don't want to date you because they're with somebody, or they don't want to date you because they're not allowed to at work, or whatever the reason. There are real feelings though. So your ships have already landed. What are you going to make a priority, and what are they going to make as a priority? Are they going to make you a priority too? They are, because it is on the bottom of the deck. It is what you share. So I feel like this person isn't going to want to, they've got enough sense to friend zone. And if it's you that's with somebody and you like somebody at work and you're wondering if you should be with the one at work or the one at home, that's a decision you're going to have to make. However, it has to be with what you truly feel when it comes to these things. You're going to have to pour somebody's cup out. Now, whether it is the one at home, the one at work, you're going to know because you're going to choose the right way. All right. So let's just see. Let's find out what your person, Virgo, what their initials, their letters, first, middle, or last in their name, whatever's coming up for you. Intention. So definitely set your intention, set your goals, look at what your best life would look like, and go for it. Start action on that. All right. We have essence, heart and soul, core values, your inner truth. And the E, maybe you share an E here. Maybe somebody else's name, whoever they're with, has an E, or if it's you that's with somebody, has an E in their name. However that sits with you. D, divine, gift from God, see the future, devote to spirit. So you may be very spiritual, or you have abilities, obviously, but you're also devoted to your faith. Inspiration, creative projects, expressing yourself. You will express yourself how you truly feel, and you're going to act on your ideas. You're going to be building a legacy with this person. This might even be something you're meant to work together on. If you're not at a company or place of work, maybe you work for yourself, maybe you hire this person on to help you with something. Look at that, the purpose. It is crossing. That's how it came out. There is a divine plan here. Choose your path, meaningful work. So maybe you haven't decided what you want to do yet, or where this purpose lies with this other person. And W, wisdom. So you will learn the lesson, so will your person. Good advice, course of study, experience matters. And sometimes you have to experience things for things to really resonate. Sometimes when you don't listen to the lesson and you keep going back to something you're not supposed to, well, not that you're not supposed to, each time that you make, say, the wrong choice, if you will, as a better, how do I say that? Because they're not wrong choices. It's just an opportunity to learn more, right? To grow more as well, right? So really, it's not a right or a wrong way. It's if you're repeating the lesson, you didn't get it the first time, or you're needing to learn more of the lesson. And especially if you stay in something longer than you're supposed to. So, and it may just be that you have to come to terms with whatever the lesson is before you can actually move on. So, or be able to let that person go. You have to be ready to do so. So, and maybe they walk away from you and you were never ready for it. I don't know. However, it shows up for you. But with this here, you're going to make the right choice. So, no worries there. And you will end up with the right person. So, regardless. So, definitely manifest what you truly want. Everything's going to work out in the end. It always does. And you will learn the lesson that you were meant to learn. All right. That's what I have for you, Virgo. So take care. Stay blessed, of course. And I know you are. And we will see you next time. All right. Later.